Maintenance day. I've got one of these Bioenno batteries and I'll have to get over to the bench to show you what's wrong with it. I think it's just a little worn out in one part that can be fixed, and we're gonna fix it. Howdy everybody, Steve here, KM9G. Let's go do it. So this is an older 12 volt 3 amp hour 36 watt hour BLF 1203W. And the problem that it has is this extra cable over here that you use to charge it. You can very easily charge it through here, so I'm not too worried about it. But this cable, the red jacket is coming off. And I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see that, but there's some copper in there that I don't like. And rather than have it get away from me in a box somewhere, out of sight, out of mind, while I'm going down the highway, we're going to fix it. So step one is to get this shrink wrap off, which has already started coming off anyway. And we'll put some new shrink wrap on when we're done. And then you guys get to see what the inside of a Bioenno battery looks like. I should try and keep this sticker. We'll see how well that works out. Should have thought of that before I started ripping. Only got the whole thing wrapped in paper. Very nice professional job. See, that's the part I need to get into, and it's got this little bit of foam on here, which is pretty nice. I think what I'm going to do is just remove this piece here and forget about it. I did a video showing where you could use this here to power your tuner and this here to power your radio. And if you look, they go right down to the same pads. So this is really just a convenience thing. And I can do this without even getting the soldering iron worried about. There's one. And there is some Kapton tape in there. So this is a live battery, so I want to be careful not to let any smoke out. So I'll use a tool. This is a plastic spudger tool, and it's non-conductive. That gets the wire up in the air, and then I can clip it. And I got to get rid of these. They are not very good anymore. There we go. Now that pulls right out, and I can actually trim this back and use this for some future project. I've got a nice little pigtail to go in my parts bin. After saying I wasn't going to, I think I'm still gonna do it. Take my pine seal soldering iron here and let it warm up, and we'll just dab that out of there. And there's not much of that one left. I got a better clean cut on that wire. Then we'll take a look around. Not enough to cut it, just enough to give it a nice bite. There's like no room in there for me to get in there because I am right-handed. And this appears to be a left-handed type of job. There we go. Out with the old, in with the new. I guess out with the old, in with the old. And so I've got the extra little bits of wire cleaned up off of there. Probably should have left a little bit more of the red wire on there to yank from. And then we have some brilliantly colored battery heat shrink to go back on it. So you guys saw that the BMS board was under there. Let's take a look at these cells. These are 18650s, 3.2 volt, 1.5 amp, 4.8 watt hours, and there are 8 of them. All right, I got the calculator out. Let's do some quick math here. It says 3.2 volts, 1.5 amps, and there are 8 cells. So if I take 3.2 volts times 8 cells, that's 25.6 volts. That's not right. But we can take a little bit of a closer look at this battery, and you can see that it is in a 4 in series and then 2 in parallel connection, because there's nothing connecting left and right here on this side of the battery. So let's do that again. Let's do 3.2 something on my calculator. Let's do 3.2 times 4. That gives us our 12.8 volts that we're familiar with. Now, how do you account for both of those? So we have two 12.8 volt batteries in parallel, and parallel changes the amperage runtime of the battery, but not the voltage of the battery, where series changes the voltage, which is why we did the 3.2 times 4 to get us 12.8. And so how many amps are in this 4S side of the pack? These are 1.5 amp batteries, as is written on the battery itself. And the answer to that question is, when you wire these in series, you're upping the voltage, but you're not upping the amperage. So that's how we get our 12.8 volts out of this pack, this left side of this pack, and we're still at 1.5 amps. And so if we take the 1.5, and now that we take the 12.8 volts, this is now one big battery, 12.8 volts, 1.5 amps, and we add 12.8 volts, 1.5 amps in parallel, times 2, that gives us 3. And if we look back at our sticker, it is a 3 amp hour, 12 volt battery. 4S gets you 12.8 volts at 1.5 amps. 4S gets you 12.8 volts at 1.5 amps. And so that's the 4S is the 4 in series, and then 2P, 4S, 2P, 4S, 4S, 2P, one battery. 2P gets you your 3 amps, 1.5 amps plus 1.5 amps. Ta-da! There's some parallel and series maths for you. Now let's check it out on the multimeter. I'm going to take the red probe and put it on the red power pole. And I'm going to try and do some camera magic here. The black probe and put it on the black power pole, and we have 13.15 volts. And that is exactly what we're looking for. When you see on the side of the battery that it says 3.3 volts, 3.2 volts, that is a nominal voltage, not a definite voltage. The voltage is anywhere, when the battery is considered good, from 12 volts up to 13 volts, as you saw there. And now we know that battery is good and survived my test. So now I gotta shrink it up. So I don't have a supply of the fancy cardboard that they had in here in hand. So I am going to make it up with this spindrift thing. That takes care of that. I think that'll work out pretty well. Let me find where I want it cut. A little bit of an overlap there. Maybe just a little tiny bit off the top here. There we go. Now I don't need to hold that while I'm trying to tighten everything down. And the one thing that my dad and I always did when I was a kid was we would put our initials on whatever it was we were repairing, and we'd put the date. That looks good. Just need one more. All right, now I gotta shrink it. At first, I ordered this battery heat shrink for that little itty bitty Bioenno 3 amp hour battery. And it says on it that it is 200 millimeters. Well, it didn't shrink up all that well. That's too much. That's how far it had to go. So I had to order this special because the green stuff that I think I showed you all earlier was actually the exact size. So now I have this here. This is 200 millimeter, which is way too big, and this is 125 millimeter. And also, this is in the right color, which is the most important thing. Battery blue. This here isn't tape. This is just like cling wrap. And you guys know I wrapped this thing completely in cardboard, so I'm not gonna, short myself out or anything getting that off. That's a lot closer to spec. And what I want is the power cable sticking out the side. So I think we'll go right there. That looks like that's going to work out really well. Excellent. And I'm going to try and flatten out. I don't know if it's necessary or not because I don't do this often enough, but I'm going to try and flatten that out. I'm going to go get the hairdryer on this and I will show you what it looks like when it's done. That took about 3.5 minutes, and it's a little bit bigger on one side than I wanted it to be. And I got my desk mat a little warmer than it should have been, so, you know, situational awareness. So I will clip some of that off. All right, looks good. And now, the finishing touch. Perfect. .14 volts, 1314. Perfect. Well, there you have it. One more project off the bench. The extra wire that comes out of here, I did use it a couple of times, but not really for charging. You can charge it just fine out of the power poles. And that other wire, as you saw internally earlier in the video, is connected to the exact same pads as this wire here is. So obviously, it's going to the same place. Must be the same thing. I do have a video out where I took this and I ran a radio and a tuner, the radio on the power pole and the tuner on the other lead that's now missing, and it works fine. So you can get power into it, you can get power out of it, everything's great. I will leave a link to the Bioenno battery and to the heat shrink down in the description and some other stuff that might be interesting that you saw in the video. In the meantime, there is a big old subscribe button over there on the corner. I'd appreciate it if you click it. Thanks for being awesome. I'll see you over here in this other video too.